Hey everybody, it's Joanne Musa, the Tax Lien Lady, and I am here for Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live. And Nicole, my assistant, should be joining us shortly. And I know we have a question that was given to me beforehand and that I said I would answer during this live. Excuse me there. Got a little frog in my throat. Let me take a sip of water. But I am here to answer your questions about tax lien and tax deed investing. And I also want you to know about a special private Facebook group I have. For those of you that want to join it, the name of the group is Investing for Success. And you can go to facebook.com/groups/investing for FOR success. Hi, Nancy. Good to have you on. So let me know, and thanks for telling me where you're from. So you guys, when you come on, let me know where you're from so that I can better help answer your questions. And as I mentioned earlier, when I first got on, I know we have a question that was given to us beforehand. So I'm waiting for Nicole because Nicole, I forget what that question is. So if you can put that into the comments for me, and then I will answer that question. And I'm really excited because I have so much stuff planned for you. That group that I told you about, the Investing for Success group, the private Facebook group, there are actually training units in there that you can watch. And I'm going to be doing Facebook Lives on Thursday at 2:00 in there as well. And those are going to be a little bit different than this one. Hi, Peter. This one, I actually answer your questions. In the other one, I'll be giving a training. Okay, so I won't be answering questions that are submitted in, but I will be giving a training. What I wanted to do is help you finish 2020 strong, because it's been a really tough year for all of us. They're still making it hard. They don't want to let this COVID thing go. So enough said about that. Anyway, all right, thank you, Nicole. Nicole has given me a question from Melanie. Looking to get into tax lien certificates for the interest. And she's been a realtor for the last 15 years. So she knows how to do her due diligence, but she's still trying to figure out how to determine if there's already a first lien holder on the property. She's in New Jersey, and she's used a state judgment site. Each municipality seems to be different. Okay, and then she goes on to more stuff. But here's the thing, Melanie. The way to find out if there's a prior tax lien is to ask the tax collector. That's the only way to really know. There are some data sources that will give you prior liens. For instance, Tax Sale Resources, which is a resource that I give to all my members, which, by the way, I have something exciting for my members. Tax Sale Resources is doing something new called Tax Sale Finders, which has even more available data than Tax Sale Resources does, and you're going to have access to more data and more property reports and prior liens. Okay, so you'll be able to tell if there's prior liens. Now, some of the online sales, they do give you this information. So the tax lien sales that are online, realauction.com, which does all the New Jersey auctions that are online, they do give you if there's any prior tax liens. But the only other way to find out is to ask the tax collector. The best way to ask the tax collector is email them. You can try to call. Some of the offices are still closed now because of COVID. Okay, and Nicole has also put in the link for you to the Investing for Success group. All right, now all you have to do to be a member, you guys are here on Facebook, so you're already on Facebook, right? So that's one of the things that you have to do to join a private Facebook group is you have to have a Facebook account. But the other thing you have to do to join our private group is just answer a couple of questions and agree to our terms. And then we'll just add you to the group. And you'll be able to see there's units there, trainings that we did a little over a year ago, and that are still good today, and then all the Facebook Lives that we're going to be doing in there. So we started last Thursday. We're going to do another one this Thursday. We're going to go through this month and probably at least the first week in January. And that's if, as a matter of fact, I better check the calendar. Hold on. Let me check my calendar for a minute and make sure, because I want to make sure that there's no holidays involved when I'm supposed to be doing these Facebook Lives. Okay, so it looks like we've got Thursday is the 24th, which is Christmas Eve. And I might still do the Facebook Live. We'll see. And then New Year's Eve is 31st, and these are at 2:00 in the afternoon. So let me know, you guys, if you want me to do those Thursday Facebook Lives. You'll have to let me know if you want to do them those 2 days, New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve. I do not mind doing them. Nicole, I don't know if you want to be here. You'll have to let me know. Oh, am I familiar with Belvidere liens? Yes, I am, Peter. As a matter of fact, I think this was the first year in a long time that I didn't go to Belvidere tax sale. I've got a Belvidere lien. Actually, supposedly it just redeemed, but I didn't get the redemption check yet. Yeah, I like Belvidere is one of the places I like. And last I checked, it's not online. Whereas Phillipsburg is another place that I liked a lot. They went online, so I did not participate in their online sale. All right, Nicole says if you guys want it, she'll be here. All right, so it's not here. It's not going to interfere with the Ask the Tax Lien Lady Live, but it's the one that's in the Investing for Success group, the Facebook Live there. So if you guys want to come on those 2 days, we're going to do it all the other Thursdays this month, but the first Thursday in January we'll do it. But the 2 Thursdays that I'm not sure about is Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. If you guys want to be there, I will do it. Okay, it's at 2:00, the same time as this one, but it's on Thursday. Okay, so Peter's asking, so do you call the county office? And Peter, do you mean to find out about the prior liens? You could call the county office. In a lot of places, like Belvidere is one of them, the tax collector is only part-time, and right now the office might still be closed, so they won't be there. The best way to get a hold of them right now is to email them because they're still checking their email. Okay. Okay, so what other questions do we have, guys? Give me your questions. I really only had that one question that was given to me beforehand. So, keep them coming. If you want me to show up here every week, you got to give me questions to answer. Okay, and it's fun. I like doing that. And I'm also excited about the other stuff we have planned for you guys. We've got a webinar tomorrow night. If you haven't signed up for it yet, sign up and come to the live webinar tomorrow night. Because first of all, it's free to come to the live webinar. And if you want the replay, you have to be a member of Wealth Building Webinars. But if you come to, here's I'm giving away a little secret. I'm going to give a special offer that's only going to be good for tomorrow night during the webinar. Okay. For those of you who aren't members, if you're already a member, then it won't matter because you're going to get the replay anyway. But if you're not a member, if you're not at least a Wealth Building Webinar member, or if you're not a Tax Lien Profits Accelerator member, then you will want to come to that webinar live tomorrow night. And Nicole, you could put in the link to register for that webinar. And it's free to come to the live webinar. Patricia, that is a loaded question. A summary of New Jersey liens or deeds. First of all, they do liens in New Jersey. I'm going to give you a real quick summary. If you want to really know what goes on in New Jersey, I have a state guide. I have my book on Amazon, Tax Lien Investing Secrets, how you can get 8 to 36% on your money without the typical risk of real estate or the uncertainty of the stock market. Now, that book, even though it's generally about both tax liens and tax deeds, it covers a lot about New Jersey because that's where I did most of my investing. Okay. Also, if you're a member of the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator, I always have a lot of trainings on New Jersey and information on New Jersey. But just to give you the basics of New Jersey, in New Jersey, tax liens are handled on the municipal level, not the county level. So you have to, if you want information on the tax sale, best way to get it is to contact the, not the county clerk. They will know nothing about the tax sale. You have to contact the municipal office and talk to the municipal tax collector. So the township or city tax collector is the one who has the information on the tax sale. Now, my members get access to tax sale resources, so they get to find out about these tax sales through there. Okay. The other thing you need to know about New Jersey is it's the only state where the interest rate is bid down and then premium can be paid. There's a whole reason why investors pay a lot of premium to get liens, even though they're not getting any interest on the lien amount because it's already been bid down to zero, and they're not getting any interest on the premium amount that they bid. What they're able to do once they have that lien is pay subsequent taxes and get the maximum rate on the subsequent taxes, which is 18%. Now, I'm making it real simplified. It's a little more complicated than that, as some of the people that are here will tell you, because they've asked. If you ask a specific question about New Jersey, I can better answer it. But just a general question is hard to answer because there's just so much to talk about. All right. So that's the basics about New Jersey. The other thing is the redemption period is 2 years. The statutory rate is 18%, and it is bid down at the sale, sometimes to zero, and then premium can be bid for liens. So, so then if you have any specific questions, you can ask me about that. Okay. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Nicole has put some links in there for you. She put in the link to register for tomorrow night's live webinar. By the way, tomorrow night's webinar is on Texas. Texas is the most profitable redeemable deeds state. So I brought in an expert, Arnie Abramson, and he's going to be talking about Texas tomorrow night. All right, and she also put in a link there for you, Patricia, for my book. Okay, and that's the actual Amazon link to go get the book. But if you go to taxlieninvestingsecrets.com, you can also get bonuses from me after you buy the book. I mean, you could buy the book and then get the book and then get the bonuses. But if you don't want to wait until then, until you get the book, until Amazon ships it to you, you could just buy the book and then go to taxlieninvestingsecrets.com And there's links there to get the bonuses once you buy the book. Okay. And Nicole has also put in a link for you for to find out more about the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator, what you get in the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator membership. Okay, so any more questions? And I will answer specific questions. So I'll answer the broad questions the best I can, but this is to help you get on to the next step. Okay, so what is your next step? Let me ask you this. What is your next step that you need help with? What's your next step that you need help with? Oh, by the way, Patricia, tax sales in New Jersey happen all the time. And December is one of the biggest months for tax sales because each municipality only has a tax sale once a year. There are 550 municipalities in New Jersey, right? They all have a tax sale once a year. And some of them are on a fiscal year. Some of them are on a calendar year. Well, they have to have their tax sales before the end of their year. So the two biggest months for tax sales are December and June, okay? Now, a lot of the June sales were canceled and pushed off till later because of COVID, right? So there will be, so December is bigger than normal, all right? Some of the June sales went on as planned because they needed to make their budget and they had to have their tax sales by the end of their year if they were on a fiscal year. Okay. Now, the thing is that, as I said, there's 550 municipalities in New Jersey, and each one has a sale once a year, and they can have them whenever they want. They don't have to have them at a specific time of year, like they do in some states. So they're scattered throughout the year. On any given day in New Jersey, you could have a few tax sales. And the best way to find out about tax sales in New Jersey is to look on a site like Tax Sale Resources. And Tax Sale Resources is something my members have access to. Okay, that comes with their membership. And there's a whole bunch of other things that come with your membership too, to the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator. Okay, but what I can do on Tax Sale Resources, and what you can do when you have access to it, is do a custom search and find out what tax sales are coming up across the country. You can even, if you want to just know what tax sales are coming up in New Jersey, you could do that too. And you could even just search for the ones that are online or just the ones that are live. Okay. All right. And Nicole has put another link in there for you, and that is the link that goes directly to my book page, to the tax. You could either go to taxlieninvestingsecrets.com, or Nicole put the actual link in there. It's at taxlienlady.com/book. Okay. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your help. Okay. So what questions do we have? Anybody else have a question for me? Okay, so Patricia, I am assuming because you asked about New Jersey that you are from New Jersey. Hey, Franklin, good to have you on. And okay, you're new from New Jersey. Oh, wonderful. And my county, we have an auction December 10th. But our municipal website, okay, your county doesn't have an auction, it's your municipality that has the auction. In New Jersey, they're all done on the township level. So I didn't get the rest of your question, Franklin. Ah, Patricia's in Florida. Her sister's in New Jersey. Okay. Okay. Florida. Now, Florida tax liens are only in May. They already did theirs this year. But they have deeds all the time. Deed sales go on all the time in Florida. And that's because you don't actually get to foreclose on the property in Florida like you do in other states if the lien doesn't redeem. What you do is you do a TDA, tax deed application. You apply for that lien to go into a tax deed sale to satisfy your lien. So it gets sold in a tax deed sale, and that's how you get paid. Okay. All right. So Franklin, if you could finish your question to me, because I'm not sure what your question is about the tax sale, the auction on December 10th. And again, if it's in New Jersey, it's not a county auction, it's a municipal auction. So what is your question? And let's see. Hi, LaJonda. I hope I'm pronouncing your name sort of correctly. Lawanda, is that it? Okay, you just joined my page last night. Cool. I'm in St. Louis and would like to know which office do I contact to redeem overages for a property. You're going to have to be a little more specific. When you say redeem overages, what do you mean? I need to know exactly what you mean. And St. Louis is a little bit different than the rest of the state, by the way. And it is Lawanda, is that right? You said yes, but I don't know if you said yes to the first time I pronounced your name or the second time. Forgive me if I mispronounce it. That's a pretty name, Lawanda. I like that. Okay, yeah, so I need you to be a little more specific about what you mean by redeem overages. Okay, by the way, overages is not really a strategy that I do. Some people collect overages, or so what some people do is they purchase the property before it goes to the tax sale and then collect the overage after it's sold at the tax sale. I don't do that. And some people collect finder's fees for overages that are owed on people. I don't do that either. That is not my area of expertise. Okay, so it is Luanda. That's good. I got it right. So let me know exactly what you mean, Luanda, by redeem overages. Who do you contact to redeem overages? I'm not sure what you mean by redeem overages. I am familiar with trying to collect overages or collect finder's fees for overages. But again, those are not strategies that I personally do. But you would talk to, I would start with whoever is responsible for the tax sale is who I would start with. And it might be somebody else that handles the overages, but that's who I would start with, whoever is responsible for the tax sale. Okay, Franklin, did you want to let me know what your question is? Okay. The municipal website from City Hall posted to register the same day of the due date, which was December 3rd, to register in a deposit. They gave at least 1 month ahead of time to register and put a deposit, but I don't know what happened this year. There's anything I couldn't put a deposit, it was too late already. There's anything I could do, or is it too late? Is this an online sale, Franklin? Is it an online sale, and is it on real auction? Yeah, Luanda, let me just qualify. You said that's what you're talking about. And when you say that's what you're talking about, I don't know what you mean because I mentioned two different strategies. One is buying the property before it goes to sale and then collecting the overage. Okay, that's one, collecting the overage. The other one is collecting a finder's fee. So are you looking for the overage on a property that you bought before it went to the sale and then it got sold? Or are you looking to get a finder's fee for somebody else? Um, and I would not suggest a real estate attorney because it depends on what you're doing. Okay. I don't think a real estate attorney is going to be able to help you either way, but for collecting finder's fees in some states, you will need an attorney. Doesn't necessarily have to be a real estate attorney. But in some states, you need to be an attorney to collect a finder's fee or the overage if you're not the actual owner of the property. Okay, so you want to collect the overage. So did you buy the property before it went to the sale? And now it's sold at the sale, at a deed sale, and there's an overage that you can apply for. Is that correct? No, Peter, they actually have deed sales in St. Louis. Oh, okay. Here we go, Luanda. This is the information I needed. Your dad owned a property and it was sold in a tax sale. There's no mortgage on the property and it's sold for more. Cool. Your dad is entitled to all that money. He has to make an application. I would start with whoever did the tax sale. Was it? I forget who does that in St. Louis, and it was a tax deed sale, right? Property was sold, tax deed was sold. Who does those sales? Is it the sheriff, or is it the? And you do not need an attorney for this, okay? Because your dad is the owner of the property. He does not need an attorney. He can apply and he can get that money. And who did the sale? Was it the sheriff? Was it the tax collector? That's where whoever did the sale, that's where I would start. Okay, Eric is asking, any lien sale round PA? No lien sales in PA. Philadelphia has redeemable deed sales. They happen all the time, except for COVID. They haven't happened in a long time. And they are scheduled for January. Actually, they are scheduled for December, but they're not having them. They were postponed again. So I don't know when they'll have them. And with everything that's going on in Philadelphia right now, I don't recommend it. I kind of recommend right now everywhere that you just stay out of the cities. People are moving out of cities into more rural and into the suburbs and rural areas because cities are not safe right now. Because of defunding police in some cities and people moving out because of COVID. A lot of people have moved out of the cities. Christine, hi! So good to see you. What are you up to? We have Christine on the call with us, and she's worked in the tax lien field for a long time. I don't know what she's doing now, but she She's worked for a couple of companies that have made available tax data for tax sales. She's worked for Lien Source, and she worked for Tax Sale Resources. And she worked for a broker, for a tax lien broker. So nice to have you on, Christine. Good to have you here. Is there a website to look into Philadelphia? Yeah, there is. It is, I don't know it off the top of my head. Yeah, Christine, I miss you too. Eric, I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's an attorney website. I think if you go to publicans.com, Nicole, you could put that link in there, publicans.com. And they used to do, Philadelphia used to, they used to do the sales in Philadelphia. I don't know if they do them they might do some of the sales in Philly, but some of them are just done by the sheriff. The other place you go to is the sheriff's office, their website. And they actually have webinars, recorded webinars and videos on how to do the sales there. However, they're all live, they're not online, and they're not going on right now. Like I said, the ones that were scheduled, they keep postponing them. Okay. All right, any other questions? I can hang out with you guys for a few more minutes, and then I do have a call a coaching call at 3 o'clock, and then I have another call at 3:30, and another call at 4 o'clock. So I have a busy afternoon. Okay, Lawanda says the sheriff was the one that was responsible for the tax sale. So I would start with the sheriff's office and I'd ask them, yeah. And you should be able, your dad has to apply. All right. Your dad has to apply. And he should be able to get any money that was more than the taxes that were due on the property. And also, Lawanda, how long has it been? Because there's only a certain amount of time that you have to claim that. You can also check on the county's website and see if they have any unclaimed funds on their website, because that should go into their unclaimed funds. All right, so they might have an unclaimed funds department. You can also check there. Oh yeah, thank you. Patricia put in the link for the Office of the Philadelphia Sheriff. Yeah, and if you go to the Office of the Philadelphia Sheriff, they actually have videos and everything about the tax sales. However, like I said, nothing's going on right now. Okay, well, Peter, I certainly hope it won't be a national strategy. Yeah, but some cities are in trouble. Okay. Yeah, and people are moving out of the cities anyway, just because they don't want to live so close together anymore with COVID. And, you know, during lockdown, do you want to be locked down in an apartment building, you know, and not even have a yard? Right? Or even in a condo or something like that. So people are moving out. They're moving out, and we're gonna talk about this too when we talk about investing in Texas tomorrow night. And on the workshop, we're doing a workshop on Sunday. And that's something that you won't want to miss. and we are going to give a special offer to get into that workshop on Wednesday night in the webinar. That's why you want to be on that webinar if you're not a member. If you are a member, don't worry about it. If you're a member of the Tax Lien Profits Accelerator, you're going to get access to that workshop. But if not, you want to be on that webinar Wednesday night so you can get access to that 3-hour workshop that we're doing on Sunday at a really great price instead of paying the $249 to get in, which is totally worth it. But because we've got 3 hours of training with the Texas expert Arnie Abramson. All right, so if I've answered all questions, we're going to wrap it up. And Christine, you will have to email me and fill me in. I've got a busy afternoon this afternoon that I've got a lot going on. I'd like to find out what you're up to. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful week. I hope that some of you will come and join us in the Investing for Success Facebook group and come and join our Facebook Live there that we do on Thursday. Okay, bye now.